The 12th chapter of the American Yacht discusses the debate about the universal boundary between the United States and Mexico and the role it played in the start of the Mexican American War. I will talk about how the United States conquered Mexico and the American victory that helped set them on the path to becoming a very powerful world. Okay, American immigrants were eager to expand their agricultural fortunes and often squatted on public lands. In response to this, the Mexican authorities closed their territories to any new immigration in 1830. In 1824, Anglo settlers in Mexico, Texas opposed General Santa Anna's centralizing policies. They issued a statement that declared that Texas be a separate state within Mexico, which the Mexican government angrily rejected. All right, but General Santa Anna didn't think much of it, which led to a surprise attack from the outnumbered Texian army led by Sam Houston in April 1836. This was called the Battle of San Jacinto and lasted about 18 minutes. After that victory of Texas, Santa Anna was captured and forced to sign the Treaty of Velasquez um, on May 14th, 1836. This was 1836, which stated he would draw his army from Texas and acknowledge Texas as an independent state. All right, so next I'm going to start with the maps. And this is the Emory map, which I'm going to go back, escape out of that so I can make it bigger here. And I'm going to show you the outline of Texas here. So you can clearly see that outline of Texas and how it became the 28th state of the United States. So after the annexation of Texas, American politicians, so that clearly outlines it. Let's go back so you guys can see the slide. All right, so after the annexation of Texas, American politicians feared adding Texas to the Union as it would provoke a war with Mexico and the start back up tension between the balance of the free and slave states. President John Tyler heard about the state's independence and extended an offer to Texas on March 3rd, 1845, to become the 28th state, and the Republic accepted on July 4th. So, so yes, on July 4th. Okay, so I will increase the picture now. And you can clearly see the outline of Texas as the state. Okay, we're gonna go to the next slide. I'm gonna make it smaller so you guys can see it. Alright, so next, Mexico denounced the annexation as an act of aggression. Mexico drew the southwest border of Texas at the Nueces River, but Texas wanted the border to lay roughly 150 miles farther west at the Rio de Norte River. But both forgot that this land, known as the Nueces Strip, in fact was controlled by Native Americans. So this is the map. I'm going to zoom in here so you can clearly see. So you can see where the Nueces River is, and you can see where the Rio Grande River or Rio Norte River is. So here, this area right here is the Nueces River that I'm highlighting here. Along here is the Nueces River. And this river here, this black line here, this is the Rio Norte River here. in Texas. Oh, Texas, Mexico. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, the next slide. All right, so in 1845, Democrat James Polk dispatched John Slidell to Mexico City to purchase the Nueces Strip. As predicted, Mexico refused Slidell. After losing Texas, Mexico strongly opposed surrendering any more ground to the United States. This left the Mexican government in a suspicious situation. On April 24th, Mexican cavalrymen attacked a dispatch of Taylor's troops in the disputed territory just north of the Rio Grande, killing 11 soldiers. So on this map, I'm going to zoom in. So if you zoom in really close and go down on the map, this here is the Rio del Norte River, and it said that they attacked just north of it, so it's up here in this area here, and that's close to the Rio Nueces River. So up in this area is when the attack occurred, or when where it happened there. Okay, we can go back into the slides. Alright. So on May 11th, Polk sent a message to Congress declaring war with Mexico. Upon war in 1846, Congress issued a call of 50,000 volunteer soldiers. Disease killed 7 times as many soldiers as combat. The harsh discipline and contact within the ranks led soldiers to desert in large numbers. During this time, the United States gained lands that would become the future states of California, Utah, Nevada, Colorado, Wyoming, and most of Arizona and parts of New Mexico. The United States offered Mexican leaders $15 million for it all, and they had no choice but to accept. So these are the states that they claimed land over here. Some of the states. Alright, in conclusion, the United States-Mexican War had an enormous impact on both countries. The American victory helped shape the United States on the path of becoming a world power. The war resulted in Mexico losing half of its territory and the United States in conflict over whether to extend slavery into the newly won territory.